So welcome to Hardspace Shipbreaker. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. First time I've ever loaded the game, and I need how do I access settings? How you know what? Hold on. I'm just gonna do it the other way. Give me just a second. Okay, now I can at least hear myself. Right? Yeah, okay. Okay, that's much better. Probably. I don't know. No. No. Um. Yeah, let's go with standard. Sure. Again, I have literally never played, but I've been keeping a small eye on this game ever since I first saw that it was a thing, I guess. Like, God, I don't know how long ago now, actually. A long time ago, I guess, but I've been wanting to play this game for a really long time because I really like, I don't know, just the concept of it. It's really nice. And it looks so good. And I wish it would load. Why is this taking so long? This is a 3 GB game. Granted, it is also past 10 o'clock, so probably not the best time for me to be playing this, but it did just finish installing, so perfect time in my eyes. Yes, I am recording this like 5-10 minutes after I mentioned in Discord that I'm downloading it. So yeah, here we go with Hardspace Friday. Okay, I'm just gonna come back in a minute. Or whenever the heck this loads. Okay, I've been sitting here for a bit and I think I might have a better time just restarting the game and seeing what happens. Oh, here we go, here we go. Humankind has industrialized much of the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of worker has emerged, the Shipbreaker. The labor is extremely dangerous, but for a select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk. I assume that select few is people with $1 billion in debt to Lynx. Yes, I already know some of the backstory to this game. Shipbreaker application, pave the way to the Galaxy program. Update on your application status. Greetings, citizen LF29118OS. Congratulations, you have been accepted into Lynx Corporation's pioneering Pave the Way to the Galaxy. Jesus Christ, this is loud. Hold on. Okay, I've literally had to turn this almost all the way down on volume mixer. My God. Okay, let's try this again. Link salvage employee confirmation form. Greetings, citizen LF-29118OS. Congratulations, you have been accepted into Lynx Corporation's pioneering Pave the Way to the Galaxy program. Your selection was based on above-average physical and cognitive ability. You are assigned to salvage station number 42, designation Morrigan. Demonstrate the ability to build and grow a profitable operation, and a number of exciting opportunities await you. Remember, employment in this program is at the sole discretion of Lynx Corporation and can be revoked at any time. Acts of malice or insubordination will not be tolerated. Upon signing this form, please proceed immediately to the nearest Lynx Corporation shuttle hub for transport to the worksite. Finalize the following pages to confirm employment. Account name. Lynx Work Effort Trafficking Program requires an account name. Please enter an account name below. Profanity or anti-corporate slang/jargon is not accepted. Selected revival package. We proudly offer our Everwork trademark asset replacement program to new employees. Below are the details of your selected spare package. Terran Health Board Advisory. Cloning has a 0.02% chance of DNA corruption. Interesting. Name. Give me a minute. Because I'm basic, and yeah. Okay. Voice ID verification. Verify the voice file you submitted in your original application. Lynx Vox ID is a security measure that protects your data. Okay. Select orientation scheme for your personal mobility unit. Proper settings made. Okay. Meal performance. Our food processors serve a variety of diet preferences. Food cost may vary over time. Plastic free, preferably. Please agree to each statement. I have no criminal record in the Terran or Martian zones. A record in the Jovian frontier is acceptable. I am not a member of and have never associated with a workers' union or other labor interest. I have completed my annual medical exam and have been cleared of having McCullough's lung. I have no commercial or real estate interests on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the nation state of Arizona. I will bring a positive attitude and problem-solving mindset to work every day. I understand and accept the health risks associated with long-term exposure to a van der Waals field. I will vote for Chancellor Chongzheng in the Pan American Senate election. Interesting. Terms and conditions and junk. Okay, this might be special. I'm gonna read through it on my own. Okay, you know what? I've just come up with an idea. I'm gonna release 2 separate videos. This one and one for actual gameplay. This one is just for good. Is just gonna be for getting there. So yeah, that's gonna be an idea. So now I'm actually going to read this. This agreement is made as of the 9th day of November 2329. The effective date between Lynx Corporation Salvage Division, Lynx Incorporated, under the laws of the Stellar Commission, and myself, Citizen LF-2911BOS. The employee. Lynx is pleased to offer the employee the role of Shipbreaker. The role beginning with the title of trainee. This agreement is provisioned by the following terms and conditions. 1. Employee understands that they must travel to a Lynx shuttle hub for transit to the worksite no more than 12 hours after signing this contract. Physical or mental harm while en route to the shuttle hub is not covered by Lynx in any way, though it may have an effect on your employment eligibility. Employees' physical and mental fitness will be reassessed before boarding the shuttle. Fares or costs associated with transit from the employee's home to the shuttle hub are the employee's responsibility and will not be reimbursed. Oh, this is long. 2. Employees should be aware that the status of their employment is at the sole discretion of Lynx, and that their employment relationship with Lynx may be terminated at any time or place, either with or without notice, for any or no reason, with or without good or sufficient cause, under any and all circumstances by Lynx's option only. Employee further understands that awareness of their current employment status is their responsibility, and that they must check this status often to avoid incurring penalties or criminal charges for acting in an unauthorized capacity. 3A. This agreement includes enrollment to the Link's Employment Financial Relief Program to accommodate the costs associated with employee onboarding, as well as the recurring costs associated with the performance of the employee's role. A full breakdown of these costs will be provided to the employee following onboarding at the worksite. Until such time as the employee has repaid in full, the profits from their salvage activities will automatically go towards the balance at the following percent: 100%. 3B. Employee hereby grants Link's sole operating authority of the employee's existing financial accounts in order to facilitate their participation in the Link's Employment Financial Relief Program. Opening additional financial accounts while under the terms of this agreement is prohibited and will result in performance demerits, monetary penalties, or termination. 3C. Repayment is handled at the start of each workday, and the employee is provided a streamlined synopsis of their account. It is the employee's responsibility to review this synopsis and report any and all errors by submitting a repayment error form to the Link's financial department. Errors must be reported within 2 hours of receipt of the synopsis, after which time they will become non-reportable. 3D. Employee hereby grants Links the authority to apply performance demerits or monetary penalties should their actions or inactions result in any real or potential losses for the company and or of any of its affiliates. 4. Employee understands that monetary compensation for this role is based entirely on the credit value generated from the employee's shipbreaking activities, and that there are no other base salary or monetary compensation for performing the outlined duties in this agreement. 5A. Employee hereby grants Links the authority to collect, analyze, and utilize their biometric data beginning now for use to better the lives and well-being of them and their co-workers, as well as for any other purpose, up to and including sharing with partners and affiliates, institutional research programs, or government bodies. 5B. Employee hereby grants permission to Links the authority to perform psychological tests on them at any time with or without their knowledge. Employee is not entitled to compensation for participation in these tests, but may receive additional sugar cube rations. Links Corporation's headquarters operates in the unincorporated Jovian space outside any recognized state or country borders, and as such, the employee understands that Links does not recognize or observe any national, secular, or religious holidays, and that the employee is expected to be ready and available to work on each calendar day of the region where their assigned worksite is located. 7. What I just read was section 6. 7. Employee understands that they are prohibited from discussing their employment, including the terms and conditions of this agreement, either specifically or generally, as well as the operational details of Links or any of its affiliates with anyone other than their assigned Links Department of HR representative. This includes acquaintances, friends, family members, law enforcement agents, government officials, journalists, private detectives, religious leaders, or entertainment media hosts. Employees' official assigned HR representative is undefined. In other words, I should not be reading any of this to you, but who cares? 8A. Employees shall be supplied adequate caloric and hydrating sustenance in the diet format selected by the employee in this form. Employee understands that the sustenance amount provided is calculated to provide the optimal energy amounts required by their duties, and that they must abide by the recommended monthly intake amount. Additional sustenance will not be provided beyond these amounts. 8B. Sustenance shall be replenished at the beginning of each month, providing that the employee has fully prepared the food processor in their habitation module by removing all current food supplies. Excess food supply remaining in the food processor at the time of delivery will prevent delivery until the following month. Interesting. Good to know. 8C. Employee understands that sustenance is not supplied by Links. Contraband foodstuff is not supplied by Links. contraband foodstuffs is disallowed and may not be ingested while under this agreement. In the event that the employee ingests contraband foodstuffs, demerits will be applied to the employee's performance report and penalty fees will apply to their financial account. 9. Links will supply an on-site long-term employee habitation module, HAB. Employee is expected to use only their assigned HAB for rest and sleep. Resting and or sleeping in another employee's HAB shall be considered a violation of this agreement. 10. Employee must abide by and work no longer than the Link's mandated shift time each day. Lynx is not responsible for the genetic effects of solar radiation that may occur beyond this time. Interesting. And the employee may face financial penalties or performance demerits if their shift time is disregarded. Okay. So that's why the time limit exists, now I know. Employee must ensure that they remain inside the designated worksite when shipbreaking. Failure to remain inside the bounds of the worksite will result in spare termination. See Section 19 for additional terms of the EverWork program and spares, regardless of the reasons or intentions for which the employee evacuated the bounds. 12. Oh yeah, that was Section 11. 12. Accessing external communication networks from the workstations in their HAB is prohibited. All communication must be conducted through the internal Link's rail mail network between authorized employees. 13A. Using, operating, consuming, or deploying tools or equipment found while shipbreaking for any and all reasons is a safety violation and is strictly prohibited and will result in performance demerits and or monetary penalties. 13B. All resources consumed in the act of shipbreaking must be replenished via the Link's kiosk deployed at the employee's assigned worksite, with transactional fees being removed immediately from the employee's financial account. It is the sole responsibility of the employee to ensure that they are adequately supplied, such as they are able to perform their duties as outlined by the terms of this agreement. 13C. All objects, components, and materials salvaged, recovered via the act of shipbreaking are the sole property of Links, and the employee must account for all salvage at the end of every work shift. Acquiring or storing salvage for personal use is a breach of the terms of this agreement and will result in performance demerits, monetary penalties, and potential termination. Oh, that was 13C, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. 14. At no time while under obligation to the terms and conditions of this agreement shall the employee seek employment outside Links. Should the employee be contacted by a recruiter from another company, the employee has an obligation to notify Links and share the full correspondence. Neglecting this obligation may result in monetary penalties and or termination. Section 15. That was 14, by the way. 15. Employee acknowledges that Links personnel will monitor their activities in order to establish a valuation metric of the employee and their performance in their assigned role. This valuation metric will henceforth be the primary factor in determining the ongoing status of this agreement. 16. The function, duties, and responsibilities of the employee's assigned role may be altered or adjusted at any time and at the sole discretion of Links for any reason or no reason at all, with or without advance notification, and with no obligation to provide additional onboarding or training. Section 17. Links is exempt from the requirements of Gallardo's mandate and bears no responsibility to ensure that the employee has free and ready access to Martian animation media, even where such media constitutes a religious requirement by the employee. Section 18. Links bears no moral or legal responsibility whatsoever for any natural hazards and dangers involved with shipbreaking, including, but not limited to, flammable substances, explosive decompression, radiation exposure, high-velocity impacts, electrocution, soot atmosphere inversion, crushing, micrometeor penetration, hypershingles, oxygen deprivation, cardiac arrest, and inadvertent processing. Section 19-A. As part of completing this agreement, the employee agrees to be enrolled in the Links Corporation EverWork Asset Replacement Program. The employee understands that the purpose of this program is to protect Link's personnel from severe injury or death, allowing them to continue growing their career with Lynx, even in the event of a serious workplace injury. In the event of major injury, illness, or death, the employee will be immediately replaced by a biological and neurological duplicate, the spare. Employee hereby grants permission to Lynx the authority to study, manipulate, simulate, and duplicate any and all gray and white matter at any time. 19B. Employee hereby grants permission to Lynx in perpetuity ownership of their DNA and to create new entities with that DNA with no restrictions or limits. Furthermore, employee agrees to pay a nominal fee for this service in the event of their death while performing the duties of their position. 19C. All spares produced by the Everwork program are the sole property of Lynx Corporation. At any time, for any reason, Lynx may exercise its right to ownership over the spare up to and including assuming complete control and authority of any institutional, financial, judicial, religious, or regulatory rights of the original employee in all Terran, Martian, and Jovian sectors. 19D. In the rare and unfortunate event of total and complete loss of memory during spare regeneration, Lynx is hereby granted the authority to have the employee's memory replaced by a composition of engrams pre-authored by Lynx. Lynx bears no legal obligation of informing the employee's next of kin in such an event. 19E. Major injury or illness is defined as any injury or sickness that sufficiently affects the employee's ability to perform their duties, such as that their hourly salvage rate falls 22% or more. In the event that the employee and the automated biometric and analysis services disagree on whether a sustained injury should qualify for spare regeneration, the employee may submit a written appeal form to Lynx for review. 19F. Any additional third-party insurance coverage for injury or death Everwork participants may have is considered null and void upon completion of this agreement and cannot be utilized in addition to the protection of the Everwork program. 19G. Lynx bears no responsibility to guarantee the effectiveness and success of the protections provided by the Everwork program. In the event of malfunction or anomalous outcome in the spare regeneration process, Lynx is waived of any and all liabilities in the health and well-being of the employee. 20. In the event that the employee is terminated, disappears, or otherwise becomes incapable of fulfilling the obligations of this agreement, the employee hereby grants Lynx the authority to transfer any and all unpaid debts owed to Lynx and or any of its affiliates to the employee's next of kin. 21A. Lynx reserves the right to terminate this agreement at any time without notice or payment in lieu with no requirement of sufficient cause. 21B. Until such time as the employee has completed their obligations to the Lynx Employment Financial Relief Program, the employee holds no right to termination of this agreement for any reason. Upon completion of repayment, the employee may submit a formal request for permission to terminate through the Lynx Department of Human Resources. 21C. In the event of termination, employee is responsible for the safe and complete return of all tools, equipment, components, resources, and supplies provided by Lynx, which are currently still captured under the employee's remaining balance as part of the Lynx Employment Financial Relief Program. Employee is responsible for the financial costs associated with any damage or wear to these items. 22. The terms of this agreement may only be amended, cancelled, or discharged by an official of the Lynx Corporation Legal Department. This letter shall be governed by the internal substantive laws of all Terran, Martian, and Jovian spaces. 23. All provisions hereof are protected against a court of competent jurisdiction deeming them to be illegal, unenforceable, or void, and any such challenge shall have no effect on the continuance of such provisions in this agreement. 24. You acknowledge that you have had the opportunity to discuss this matter with and obtain advice from your private attorney, have had sufficient time to, and have carefully read and fully understand all the provisions of this agreement, and are knowingly and voluntarily entering into this agreement. To indicate your acceptance of Lynx's offer, please provide your biometric ID in the space below. The terms and conditions of this agreement are recognized and fully enforceable in all Terran, Martian, and Jovian jurisdictions, and shall be governed by any and all internal substantive laws for all regions. A duplicate will be mailed for your records. We look forward to welcoming you into the Lynx family. If you found that boring, I don't know why you're watching this. If you did not find that boring and you're still here, good job. I like you.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
Hello, Cutter 9346-52. Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message.
Space, boundless promise, limitless resources, a brighter future. It's here where hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy. I'm Calicia Rai Paulson, president of Lynx Corporation's Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the railgates. Now spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress. You've been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the Lynx family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the Lynx vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance. Your first step is to join our EverWork program, the greatest gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With Lynx, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
body.
Hey, wait a minute. 31 wasn't in there.
Now.
There was no Section 31. Excuse me?
Extraction, analysis, and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
Section 31 wasn't in the terms and conditions. Not to mention Section 30, which also didn't exist. Congratulations, it is now safe to die. Beautiful. Yeah, okay. So essentially, we are now property of Lynx. I'm gonna read through every single one of these charges. Citizen report check, $120,000. Medical analysis, $362,150.95. Transportation to worksite, $510,000.50. Seat selection fee, $10,000. Kessler passage toll, $77,000. Luggage handling, including gratuity, 35%, $212,517.32. Automated onboarding procedure, $1.2 million. Lifeguard genetic backup storage, $500 million. Biomaterial refrigeration, $227,850,015. Equipment setup, $325,400,000. Equipment security deposit, $725,000.01. Degaussing, whatever that is. Hold on, I'm losing track now. $875,000. Delousing, whatever that is. $1,450,000. Habitation fee, cleaning and repainting. $6,340,050. On-site training, $8 million. Helmet interface software update, $800,000. Meal prep, annual, $34,780,000. Waste management, human, premium, $20 million. Let's see, where's the next one? Immigration / duty fee, $122 million. Entertainment library fee, $59,999.99, of course. Tracking implant fee, $415,000. Salvage rights fee, including notary, $1,400,250. Financial account setup fee, $5,000. Account maintenance fee, monthly, $2,000. $2,015, sorry. Administration fee, $500. Display of fees report, $750. Account balance, negative $1,252,594,441.92.
All right, breathe, breathe. You're okay. Everything's gonna be just fine. There you go. Plenty of folks feel a bit woozy with their first spare. Anyway,
Real
Now
glad
let's
that role was
find
Q&E.
activating your thruster controls now. Try moving around. Now vertical control. Mm-hmm. Looks good. Now, to finalize these movement checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints. Used to be a cutter myself, you know. Till there was some complications with my last revive. Those are early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost forgot the most important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you? All right. Looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this crap up. I'm gonna activate the furnaces. Now. Ding, ding. Would you just... There you go. So these furnaces are used to melt down soft metals. Should go without saying. These things are hot as all get out. So, try not to drift into them by accident. Okay, let's get a handle on your grapple tool. This fella here is a Shipbreaker's bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around, if it's not too heavy. Give it a go. Move one of these pieces into either furnace. So, when you're holding an object with the grapple, you can
Whoa, I just almost killed myself immediately.
light object to you. If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it.
Interesting.
Check out your HUD when you've got an object grappled. It shows you the mass of the object and whether you can move it or not.
Interesting. Okay, there we go.
Nice job cleaning up that soft metal scrap cutter. Huh. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall we? You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move with your grapple. I'm enabling your scanner so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up.
Oh god. Okay. T.
This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want you to focus on right now are these cut points. All right. Controls give me the go-ahead to get you cutting. You got quick access to all your tools through your HUD. Just open up your tool selector and choose the cutting tool.
Can I just press 2? Yeah.
The cutting tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. Now, it's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move.
Oh, I actually have to be close enough to it. Cool.
That's how you do it. Okay, let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these. Do me a favor. Look on over at one of them there. Yeah, so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best of friends. Hey, all right. We're in business. Now swap over to your grapple and toss one of those pieces you separated right in there.
There we go.
Well, okay. We're almost done this bay in shape. Let's go after that large aluminum chunk over there.
Yeah, that'll go in. Okay, this thing.
This beast is way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break it down. And there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of. We're gonna have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool and start slicing this thing down to size. Go ahead and switch cut modes now.
How do I do that? This? There we go.
Now try changing the angle of the cut. We're in business. I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm gonna turn on your salvage indicator so you can track how much work there is left to do. This thing will track how much you've salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certifications and ranking up.
Interesting. Oh no. No, 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 no.
Material accepted.
Great first shift.
There we go.
Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab and I'll show you the ropes there.
Alright, hold on. Apparently there's still more stuff.
I'll put a marker on it so you
Oh
can
yeah,
find
it's this. That still needs to go in.
Head on in, and we'll get started.
Come on, go in. There we go. Now we're done. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. There we go. Okay then. Well, that went well.
New certification level attained. License level increased.
Yay. So I guess now I end my shift.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have one incoming transmission waiting.
Okay then. Alright, well, I'm going to end the onboarding video here. I know it's a bit of a longer one, but oh well. So yeah, now I get to go ahead and start the other one. Hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!